Hey everybody, welcome into the Beehive. I'm your host, the Bee at LLC, and this is where we stack precious metals like it's pollen and nectar. And we are gonna have a mail call here, do some unboxing. We have a letter from, hey Joseph, good to see you. We have a letter from Silver Oceans, I believe is a Christmas, but I'm a little late. Been out of town, so we'll open that up. Got a package from Chicago. We're going to be opening up an ancient coin. Excited about that. And then we got a package here from 3D Woodworks, which I'm excited about as well. I believe 3D will be joining me here shortly. So I'm just going to kind of set back up here because, yeah, I need to. Hey, 888 the Great, good to see you. Sold out of coins. Yeah, good to see you, Joseph and 888. Okay, good deal, Joseph. Yeah, keep me informed on your doc appointment. So, these are my easels. If anybody is interested in picking up some coin easels, just give me an email and we can discuss which exotic hardwood you would prefer. Also, we have these coin pingers here. And we have these in all the hardwoods that I have cut already. So email me about any of that and we'll hook you up. Any redwood? Well, we have this right here, which is a pretty bright red. I think it's Paduk, as I believe is what this one is. Sounds like I got somebody here already. Let me go see. And we do. 3D is in the house. Let me grab him. Hey, 3D, welcome in. Good to see
Howdy,
you.
bud. Yeah, thanks for having me here.
Oh, you bet. You bet. You're coming in loud and clear. Can you hear me well?
Yeah, I can. Yep.
Good deal. I
Yep.
need to check my audio to make sure I'm on the. No, I'm not. Let me try. Okay, tell me if this gets much. Well, no, I can't change it. What's going on here? Oh, okay, here we go. Tell me if this gets worse.
Yeah. Oh, I might be giving some feedback. I got to mute my computer here. One.
For some reason, I don't.
There we go.
Can't find my other setting of audio, but I guess if you can hear me, we're good to go.
Yeah, I was able to hear you on the computer. It looks like um yeah, it looks like it's coming through.
Hey, Chew, welcome
Yeah.
in. Good to see you. Vote for Pedro. Hey, welcome in. Welcome in. Got some unboxings to do here tonight. I got an ancient coin to unbox, a card from Silver Oceans, probably Christmas that I'm late on, and a package here from 3D Woodworks I'm excited about. We'll get to. So welcome in, welcome in. How was your New Year there, 3D?
Oh, it was pretty good. I didn't go out. We got a dog that is pretty scared of the fireworks, so I just laid low and hung out with my pets and
Okay,
uh just took it easy.
I see. Good, good.
Yeah.
Well, we made it to 2025, I guess.
Yeah. Yep. I have labeled this year the year of the makers for all of us folks out there who can make someone else's day better, who make uh crafted, handcrafted items like you make all these easels and coin pingers and coin stands and do woodworking, and I'm making the coin rings and stuff. It's our
Yeah,
year, man.
no doubt, no doubt. Yeah. Yeah, I've been getting some hearing some good stuff about your rings, so it sounds like you're doing good.
Ah, thanks. Yeah. I want to have more time to put into them, but I got a regular job as well, so it
Sure.
takes a lot of my time. Yeah.
Yep. All right, so I am a little distracted. I'm trying to put things together here. We'll get
All right.
going.
Oh, looks like we got vote for Pedro in there. Howdy, vote for Pedro.
Yeah.
Got 888 the Great. Out. Welcome to the stream. And looks like we got a few people coming in to chat.
Awesome. Yeah, I was
Right
just
on.
over there at uh, Dub C Coins and Precious Metals on a live too. He's got if you guys don't know Dub C, he's got a great channel. The guy knows everything there is to know about silver. Really good information over there. So, but yeah, I had to get out too. I got this mail from you. I'm excited to get in there and see your pour.
Oh, cool.
And
Yeah,
my
that I
ancient
was.
coins. So tell him a little bit about your email you sent me and what happened there. That's kind of interesting.
Oh yeah, I went to one of my local coin shops, and so um, I just made this. I found a pour or a mold to make these tetradackums. I have a hard
I
time
just say
pronouncing.
tetradrum, but yeah, yep,
Yeah, tetradrum,
yep.
and it's the Ionia of Ephesus
Ephesus,
and
yep.
or Ephesus, yeah. And so I was able to uh, I found a mold, and I figured, the bee wanted something with the bee, some hand poured items. So I found that and I bought it and
Are you
I
serious?
figured out for it. Yeah.
Oh man,
Yep.
that's too. That is too cool. That's extra. That's it's wow. Now that's that's too much for me because I've just been talking with people about how some things and timing just line up, and it kind of blows my mind. And this
Yeah.
is one of them because so I knew he was gonna like I have well I'm getting them out here some pours from other people that I've got that are bee related, and I asked him for just something bee related, and
Hmm.
but I didn't expect it to be an ancient coin of Ephesus with the bee on it because that maybe I should have, but I wasn't expecting it,
Oh,
and
you're.
it so happens that when I picked up his package that has his pour in it, I didn't know what was in it. Along with picking up this, I got a brand new ancient coin from Aaron, and it's the Ionia Ephesus B. And
Uh-huh.
so I was really stoked to get this, and I didn't realize. And just now listening to 3D, he sent me an email just before we got on live. He said, "You wouldn't believe it, but I just picked up an ancient coin of Ephesus, the B, and it just is blowing me away that's the pour that he got me the day that I picked up my ancient coin that I've been waiting for the longest time for my channel, and he happens to pick up an ancient Ephesus and do the pour mold for my channel, and I mean that's just too mind blowing for me. That's so amazing. That's awesome. So I'm excited to get
Yeah.
into them here, but I got to get my other stuff out here.
So yeah, as he's saying, I went by one of my LCSs today, and I just happened to come across this guy, and I couldn't pass it up. I said, man, that is the exact. So there's several different versions of these, and to find us the same coin that I have the mold for was it was a no brainer for me.
Wow,
I had to go.
yep.
I had to go for it, and it's a little bit offset on the side with the B on it,
Yeah.
but
Oh yeah.
that's
That's
I think that's to be expected. You
Yep,
know,
it is. That's very common, and so that's part of ancients. So yeah, for sure.
yeah, my heart was racing. Whenever I got that guy, it was cool.
Man,
Yep.
my heart's racing right now. I'm telling you, that is just too exciting. I just now figured out that your pour was of the bee. So I had no
Uh-huh.
idea until just now. So man, I am so excited about that. That's cool.
Yeah, that so this one here, I left this one raw. This is exactly how it came out of the mold, except for I did some cleanup on it. When it comes out of the mold, it has a sprue and some vent holes on it, and I had to do a lot of um, I had to do some learning, so I had to cut those guys off and cut these little. I got a thing I keep all my silver uh, scraps in, but these are the little sprues and the vents that came off the coins, and I keep them so I
Oh,
can use them on later pours. So
oh wow,
these,
cool.
yeah, these would have been attached on the top up there and coming out the sides, kind of like that. Whenever I made it,
Very cool.
yeah, it was fun. The process I had to go through to make them. My furnace took a dump and that I had from Two Auto, and they sent me a new one. I already got it, but in the meantime, I was itching to pour, so I had the molds, and I couldn't wait, to to get her done. So I found a way. I got some conversion kit for the oxygen acetylene torch, and turned it over to propane, and used propane and oxygen in a whip dish, and whipped it out.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah,
Welcome in, SGT. Good to see you. Cool, cool.
yeah. This is cool because this is the first time I've ever been able to go into the a live stream and have my chat available. I finally got my computer's
Oh, sweet.
situation all figured
Oh,
out.
that's
Yeah.
so much better. Yeah, it really helps for sure.
Mhm.
Cool.
Yeah. These pours here end up being 1.5 ounce troy of silver, and
Okay,
so
cool.
yeah. And the one that I did for, well, I'll let you show the one that I sent to you, and that way you can they can see it for themselves. I
Yeah,
made that one a little different.
yeah, cool. Here, let me get that going here. Bore people with putting stuff up, but I got her set up a little bit.
Uh huh. Yeah. So I'll talk about the pouring process while you're still getting it set
Yeah,
up.
too.
I wasn't sure if you were still working on that.
Yeah,
So
that's slow.
yeah. So I had also poured this owl in silver. I poured this in copper too. So I poured that guy in silver, and boy, that
Nice.
one there,
Cool.
yeah, it came out 2.7 ounces, and this is my prototype, and it is uh, this one I had to try this one a couple times as well because it's such a big piece. Melting it in the whip dish, I was trying to get it hot enough to pour, but I got it too hot, and I actually had with the propane and propane and oxygen, no acetylene. I was boiling the silver. I had to learn. I did it. I poured this first before I poured the B, so that so I could learn
Yeah.
the what it was like.
Yeah.
And you can boil that stuff. It will get hot enough to boil.
That's
And
what I was on a live stream the other day, and someone was saying, "Don't set it at the temperature that it says to melt silver. Just go ahead and turn it all the way up. Just don't let it boil." And then there were some people kind of putting LOL in the chat, didn't know you could boil silver. But then I was hearing you today saying, don't let it boil. So that's interesting.
yeah, yeah. I didn't save any of the pieces, so I had a couple of pieces that were on the back of it. Well, even this one here, you can't tell it because I ground it off, but it was so hot that when I poured it, it was like it had a little bit of bubbles in it. It was that hot, and it took me about 4 or 5 tries. The first couple of times I poured it, it was too chunky, and then it wasn't hot enough, and then I got it too hot, and that time that time I got it pretty good. But yeah, I was using the whip dish,
Well,
and that
so that's yeah, it's always interesting to see. I can see there's probably a little bubble pop right here on mine. This is a pour that I got an example. I was asking for something bee related, and this is from the Broke Stacker.
oh, that looks
And
like a broke stacker.
yep, that's a Broke Stacker mold there, and it's
Oh,
his first silver pour, and it really turned
hmm
out really nice. And he did that live. It
yeah,
was his first time pouring silver. He's used to pouring copper, and
yeah, I got that one in copper. He does a great job with these.
okay, cool. Yeah. So that was really fun and cool to see. So, and then I've got this one here is from Metally Corrupt,
Yep.
and it's a sweet pour. He got like a heart ripple going on this one, so I picked it. He made a couple, and this was my choice, and it's really cool. Um,
Yeah.
and then my main one that I've had that the silver. Well, here this one. This was one of my first when I started out my channel. Me and Tiger Stacker went to war on this one, and I had to take it home. So, but yeah, this one
Yeah.
was from the Silver Stacker 2 LLC 5.1 ounces. This is a nice piece too. So I'm
Nice.
excited to get into yours. Let me get these last 5 ounces up, and we'll get into our boxes here, and I'll set up the rest later.
All right. Yeah. So that the I didn't put any stamps on the one that I sent because
Okay.
I I wanted it to be more like a coin. So
Okay. Cool.
unfortunately, I don't really have a COA made up yet. So
Okay.
um,
Well, it's gonna. I'm gonna know it. It'll be pretty obvious for me. So I'll write it.
yeah,
I'll label it. So no, very cool.
yep, yeah. That was when I got that. I was so excited, man. Like I said, I couldn't wait anymore to any longer because Two Auto said, "Oh, we're gonna send you a furnace," and I was like, I'm not gonna go for like a week without pouring.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, it's somebody. I think it was Metally Corrupted. He said, "You're you caught the bug. You're now you welcome to your new addiction."
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
no, maybe that was Stackerman. I think both him and Stackerman's Rabbit Hole, both said that to me.
Yeah. 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 Cool. Cool. All right. So let me. Oh, here it is. One more thing to put on the round, and we'll get going. Got that. And this is a Tuli pour heart here. I got one of our
Oh,
favorites. I think this is
sweet.
number 2. So
Uh huh.
yeah, happy to have that piece. Okay, so let's pop this first mail open here. I got Love, Peace, and Joy. I believe I'm a little bit late. Sorry about that. It's so impressive to me that if I'm right about this, this is just a Christmas card. And yeah, Merry Christmas. That is, he sent one of these out last year to me as well. I bought one of his pours one time, but I haven't been back since, and he's still sending me Christmas. That's effort and quality that I don't have on my. It's just I'm not. I am very bad at that, and I don't mean to be. Like that's so impressive. So thank you very
Yeah.
much, Silver Oceans. Merry Christmas back. Happy New Year. He makes a lot of very nice pours as well. He's got a great channel, big channel. Go check him out.
Hmm.
Thank you for thinking of me, Silver Oceans. Stack white as the ocean. Indeed, indeed. Appreciate it. Very cool. I'm not very good with. You seem to be a little better with your. Are you very good at that? You know, you send
Um,
these cards, or I'm horrible at that.
I did not. I only sent one Christmas card out this year, and that was to my grandmother. And I sent her the silver bell that I made for Christmas.
Oh,
Uh,
cool.
I I really like Joe Durbin's bell that he made. This little this thing is loud, so I'll try not to
Yeah,
ding
no,
it.
Joe Durbin makes some good bells for
Yeah,
sure.
pool bells. And so I just went off of that. And, he uses the dime up here and the spoon handle. And I changed it up a little bit for mine. I made it with I took a dime that I was trying to make a ring out of that I busted, and I straightened it out flat, and then folded it in half and soldered it together. And I used a punch out of one of the rings, the center of the rings, as a handle. Worked out pretty good.
Oh, cool. No, that's awesome. Yeah, that's a whole nother niche in itself, I suppose. There, huh? Bell making.
Yeah. Oh man, I got too many irons in the fire, is what some people tell me.
Well, I've just So I just ran up into the mountains and just put the electronics away for the new year, and boy, did I need that. So.
Hey, I see 888 the Great there. He says that is expensive. uh,
What's that? Oh, the
oh,
card.
yeah. He said he got a card too.
Yeah, yeah,
Lots of
that's amazing.
right on. Yeah, that's cool. Silver Oceans. I'm gonna have to check him out. I haven't seen his channel and stuff that he does too much. So
Yeah,
it'll be
he's been out for a long time. He's a good big channel.
he doesn't he's like uh does a lot of reviews, right? Like coin reviews and stuff.
Um, yeah, he does. He does that. He does some interviews. He does auctions.
Hmm.
He'll just come on and talk about some interesting news and metals and whatnot. He's just a good all around stacking channel.
Uh-huh.
High
Cool.
quality.
Yeah. I'll put a bookmark on that one.
Cool. All right. Well, we're getting closer here. I'm excited. Let's go ahead
Yeah.
and.
I tried to package that thing up so it wouldn't get loose.
No, look good so far.
I was gonna send you back your package that you sent me. the
Yeah.
Yeah, the LLC bag, but I like that bag, so I just kept on to it.
Cool, cool. Oh wow, look at this. What do we got here? Cool sticker. Anyway, what is this? Represent
It's just
something particular or?
it's just the sun. My one of my sons had a whole bunch of stickers,
Yeah.
and um, he took a couple of my 3D woodwork stickers, and then uh, so I was like, "Hey, you got to give me a sticker if you're going to take mine." So he gave me that one,
Oh, right on.
and I thought it matched your color, so I just threw it in there.
Awesome, awesome. Cool, cool. No doubt, I will indeed use it. Yeah, the bees. We like the sun, and they do well for our flowers. So I can make use of
Hmm.
that for sure. Howdy LLC. I think that this will be a great addition to your Poor Silver collection. It is a replica of the Tetradome of Ephesus. I had a blast making it. It was from a graphite mold, and my furnace was broke, so I whipped it out with a poor man style oxygen and propane. Original. It is 1.5 ounce silver toned, number one pour. Whoo, 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 whoo. That's so cool. I kept the prototype. I think if you like them, I could supply them. Oh wow, cool. For
Yep.
you as you channel around. Really? Wow, that's the dude.
Yeah.
That I would love to utilize that until I get into it myself. That's I really appreciate that.
Yeah. No
Uh,
problem.
very cool, very cool. Let me know. It's my fifth pour, and we could do them with your choice of finish. Oh, nice. I really like these. Are sweet pours. I really like these. Are sweet pours. Have a few videos with the silver version before antiquing. Okay, can't wait for my new furnace to come and pour some more. I also included a poker chip and some stickers. Sweet. Uh, Dirty hands, clean money. Nice. Dirty hands, clean money. Later's
Yeah.
3D Woodworks. Very cool. Thank you so much, man. That's awesome. All right,
Yep.
and yeah, grand finale. Let's get in here and see what we got. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh wow.
Yeah, that one I toned it, man. It was sweet. I wanted to do it to where it wasn't just the raw silver. I wanted to look authentic,
It's
and
cool.
so I guess I nailed it because I didn't see what one, or I got pretty close. So I didn't see what one looked like in the, you know, in the
In the
in the real,
wild, in the
yeah,
real deal.
yeah. So I got pretty close.
Dude, no, that's awesome. That's very cool. And the
Yeah.
bee is just too good, too good. It's just awesome. Dude, that is a great pour. This is but more than like this is so much more than I was expecting. You really did. And the fact that these lined up on the day that I got my ancient coin that we get to unpackage next is just that's
Oh,
and that I was just talking to there's some other YouTubers on this very topic about timing, and I was talking about it to my family earlier today, and I won't go into depth on that, but a bunch of stuff has been kind of happening lately that's just like this is crazy. But anyway, that's just awesome. You made my day. It's perfect for better than what I was even thinking of by far. So that's just awesome. Really appreciate that, man. Thanks for putting that much thought into it and going
uh,
overboard. It's just beyond my belief. So
yeah, I heard you talking about it on other live streams before about how you wanted that coin, and so I was getting as close as I could get.
dude, it's just that's just so amazing, and it came out right when I got my coin. So that's amazing, and really appreciate it. Very cool poker chip. 3D Woodworks coin rings at gmail.com. Very nice. Very cool. One more, and I am working on it.
Well,
So I got to fill out my. I got to get everybody back that I've got a poker chip from. But one more to the pile. Thank you very much, sir. And you have one of mine, right? So I've got
um, I have yes, I got the B coin dark.
nice, cool. Got you
Got it in dark wood.
Oh, look at that. Nice. You got
Yes,
some
box
stickers
sticker.
too. Popping.
Hmm.
Very cool. Awesome. Thank you so much, 3D. That's just so cool. What are you making my new year great here?
That's the way we do it, man. To try to, I feel like that we have the ability to reach so many people and to make other people's days better. Why not go out of your way and make someone smile instead of
Yeah,
instead
no, no
of a
doubt,
hard
right?
time.
Instead of
You
trying to
know.
make people upset or hurt people, goodness. L,
Yeah.
so good to see you here. Thank you for showing up. We're just talking here with 3D. Thanks for popping his link up there. Go subscribe, guys. He's got a great channel. He's taken off. Well, you just see what he put out for me there. Let me get my camera going a little better. Uh this pour that he just did for me, and he's doing new pours. He's just like you said, he's got a new furnace on the way, and he is all set up for coin rings. I seen his setup for making coin rings, and he is not slacking. He's not playing. And
I love doing this stuff. If I could, I would quit my job.
yeah, no, that's awesome. I can tell you're passionate, and it shows. Like you're blowing my mind here. So that's exciting in itself. Okay, well, let's see what this is all about here in this box.
Oh yeah. While you're opening that bad boy up, I'm going to show them the propane tip that I use for melting that stuff.
Okay.
So this tip here is if anyone's familiar with oxygen and acetylene, when you use propane, it's a different type of a tip on you put on your cutting torch, and it's special. The mixing chamber is totally in a different position, a lot easier to clean. And I could cut steel with this, but this is what I use to uh, to melt the silver. You could probably melt anything else. You don't want to melt aluminum because it goes like this. It does not work to melt aluminum with the torch. You got to do
Huh,
that in the furnace.
really?
Yeah, it gets all bubbly and crunchy looking. But yeah, I took it off the hoses. He's ready. He's got
Yeah.
her open.
It was taped in there well. I got to do some untaping here, but we're getting closer.
Right on. Yeah, the my heart was beating so much when I was trying to pour this thing, man. I'm like, "Arr." I had so I had like bricks and everything out and had it all covered and stuff. But yeah, it was quite the event for me to get that out.
Too cool, too cool. Well, I'm very
Just
impressed. It came out awesome.
thinking about it makes my heart race still.
So my first ancient Ephesus coin, Ionia. This is let me grab my camera here. Good job. So this comes.
Oh, that's cool. You got a big old Greek old ancient map up there.
Yeah, so this is the boot for people, so we know where we're at on the map. And you come just a
Italy.
bit over from the map, and we're in
Mhm.
Greece here. And you got the Black Sea up there, and then about right. Well, actually, in gray letters, it says Ionia right there. So, and Ephesus is kind of right where Ionia is written right there. I don't see the actual name there. It might not be there yet to the dating of the map, but so that's where this coin comes out of. And let's take a look at it. It's not by far the best by any means, but it oh yeah, look at that. See, we've got so grab my pointer here. I'm gonna pull myself up to a big screen for a second. Stay with me, 3D.
Yep, yep.
Okay. So yeah, so we'll just go over it. So and this will be coming out of the plastic, but
Oh,
Aaron
you're gonna
gave
pop it out of there?
oh yeah, for sure. Aaron gave me a call, and I've been hounding him about one of these, and he
Mm-hmm.
sent me an email and said, "Look what I came across," and so that was a done deal. But it'll be coming out of here so I can get it in my hands. But so Ionia, Ephesus, 4th century BC, somewhere in the 300s BC.
Mm-hmm.
AR stands for silver, so AR silver.
Okay, that's what that means.
Yep, AR means silver in ancient coins.
Mm-hmm.
Tetradrachm or tetradrachm, but I just say tetradrachm. A lot of people kind of just say
Yep.
tetradrachm. There's a smaller size that's just a drachm, or what I call a dram.
Mm-hmm.
And so tetra means four drams.
Yep.
So this was a larger piece for them back in the day, and it's about a half ounce, 15.24 grams. So
Yeah.
you've you've got a good half ounce right here. On the obverse, we have a B, and
Mm-hmm.
and on the reverse, we have a stag and a palm tree behind. So,
Nice.
and this one is boy, my camera went glitchy again on me. Give me a second, see if I can bring it back here. Okay, so yeah, so we have our E and our F here, Greek writing. So E, that
Oh,
nice E, and our F right here, that's our F. So for Ephesus, E and F. And you can see now this isn't the very best quality, but you can see in his wings, it's not bad. The ripples or the what do you call it? The skeletal formation in the wing of a bee, and I thought that was pretty cool for
yeah.
that day.
You got that really good in yours.
And they're giving it a 4, a 5, and a 4, a 4 or 5 strike, 4 or 5 surface.
Mm-hmm.
So and then on the reverse we have this is kind of unique too. So
Oh, we got the same one.
you got
The
the same
exact,
one? So
yeah, the
that
exact
is
same one.
so that's so cool. So Aura I'm gonna have to look that up, what town that is, but
Oh, you know, I looked it up and I was I didn't look it up on my computer. I looked it up on my phone.
Let me see if I can. So I got a map here. Let me share my screen if I can. Jumping around. Hey, Kevin Hawthorne, good to see you. Welcome in. We're just looking at some silver pour I got from 3D Woodworks and an ancient coin of a Ionian Ephesus B, which is kind of something I've been after for quite a while because my channel is kind of based on ancient coins, and I like the representation of the bee, and so this really fits me. So I'm quite excited. And plus, 3D sent me a pour, and it happens to be the same ancient coin design that he used, and so it's just too amazing. And that is the same. Oh no, it's not the same as the, or is it? No, I don't
Yeah,
think. Pour is the pour the same? I
yeah, the
don't.
pour is the same, and it was so the pour is the same coin as well. It just has different words because the guy, he explains that in
Okay,
his thing
yeah.
that he
No, I
sends
see it
out,
now. I
that
see it
it's
now.
a replica. So he's got different things about the coin that
Okay,
can't be like
that
exactly
can't
like
be
the
the
original.
same. So he had to. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. That makes sense because I was going to say it's a little off, but okay, no, that's cool. That's unbelievable. Blowing my mind here. Okay. Uh,
This is totally awesome. We got the same one on the same day, and you got it in the mail.
and it's been like a culminate. I mean, all of it culminated at once, and this has been like a long sought out thing for me. So yeah.
That's so
Uh,
cool.
yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen here. Okay. Share. So this is an old, I think this is the Greek civilization period here. See if I can view image. Okay, so here's Ephesus. Oh, can you guys see that? Oh, you're not quite on the right page yet. Let me share this tab instead. Okay, now we're looking at it. Okay, so yeah, so here we have Ephesus. I'm gonna pull this up here so I can see what I'm doing. Sorry, guys. Okay, so here we have Ephesus right here, and yeah, this is right below. So the Black Sea would be up here. This is the entrance into the Black Sea, and you come down on these little islands, all this green, and I think this whole area was kind of Ionia. And then Ephesus is right here, and so that's where this coin is coming out of. And then this name is, let's see, wonder if we can find the name. So let's look at let me come big here. So when we're looking at this name here, we are looking at, so our first letter. Do you know Greek at all?
No,
No.
none,
Okay.
none.
So I think so this first letter here looks like an O, kind of, it just looks like it. And then a P, I think that's kind of an R sound. And this can be, and this is, I think will be an A sound, but it can be an A or a D. So aura, and then this is an S, a backwards S kind of. So it's a S,
Oh,
aura.
so it's written sideways, not
Yes.
up and down.
Well, this would be,
Read sideways.
this would be how I think you would read it. If you
Yeah.
came to a sign hanging in the back in the day, it would be,
Uh huh.
across like this, but on the coin, they're putting it on the side. But yeah, I think you would just
Yeah.
put it like this and then read it like we do, where you have O. And I don't quote me on this, guys. I'm early in my ancient coin, so I'm no expert, but I think this is how you would do it. And then so you got the O, R, or P, that's an R sound in Greek, and an A or a D, which I think probably be an A there. And then this backwards S is an S. And I think the Y is kind of like an Oi sound. And this can be an L, this teepee looking thing, I think is an L sound. So Urasoil, and then this Urasoloi or something like that. I wonder if I can find the. I know I butchered that, but I'm just kind of trying to show you. You can try and kind of read this. And amazingly, that's another thing that blows my mind is that how is it that I can kind of read some of that. And I guess some of the like that P that looks like an R, that's also the same way as it is in Russian.
Mm-hmm.
Their P is like an R sound, and so and their D looks like this D or A. And so like in some of the play, like it helps me to read it a little bit because I learned Russian, how to read Russian a little bit. I don't know what I'm reading, but I can kind of read it somewhat. So
Yeah.
very interesting that I can read something 2,000 some years old from a
Yeah.
language I didn't know, but it just kind of shows you that we have formed our languages out of it, kind of, so,
Yep.
or is what I would say anyway.
Now, these coins were only printed for like 10 years from 390 to 380. So these were a limited mintage coin as well.
Oh, this particular
Yeah,
town.
I did look that up. Yeah.
Okay, very
And
because mine was a bit more expensive too, and I was wondering why, but that's probably another reason why I'm anxious to talk to Aaron
mhm,
about it. But okay, well
yeah.
that's very cool, and
And you have a better, I think you have a better strike on yours. Yours, like I don't have any details in the wing, and I got the pie on mine. So let me get my pointer out. I just dropped my earbud. Uh, got my get my pointer out here, and I can show this here. So I don't have. I got the pi symbol, but I
yeah,
don't have that E that's on, or the E or the A that's on the other side
yep, yep,
over here. I'm
yep.
missing that on mine, and I probably that's probably why I paid a little
Got a
bit
little
less.
bit better
Got
deal.
yeah.
Yeah, but I mean that's and truly that is the thing with ancient coins. Like you start paying for like the strike and stuff too, but also big with it is the art style and also how much is
Hmm.
centering plays a big part. So
The back is really well centered on this one, but like you can read the letters on yours, where mine is really difficult to read it. It's in
still
there.
there though.
Hmm.
And look,
And
yours so no, but yours see that says a different that says Ecatoria. I bet I can find that over here. Let's see. Uh,
uh, um, so and yours has on yours you got a lot more description of what the coin is, how much it weighs, and all that stuff. So whoever submitted it probably um, submitted a lot more details and into the submittal to NGC.
yeah, and I know like you might have to request it, like you're saying, and also, um, I know that they also like if a coin is not very, like if it's really beat up or something,
Hmm.
they'll just confirm it as being real and not actually grade it.
Yeah,
And so,
that's why I think I got the CHF. I don't know what any of those grading symbols mean.
yours is like a kind of from what I understand, a step in the middle where you still have like you have on the top of yours something like VF or something there.
Yeah, it says
Choice fine.
C
You have a choice
C A
fine,
choice fine.
and
Okay.
and it just lists, yeah, like you say, 4th century BC. So that's the same on the timing. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, then I mine goes that. So I think there's one step before too. Like if it wasn't as good as yours, they would just put genuine on it.
Oh, okay. Yep.
And then like the more they step up, then you can get into the grades and everything. But if it's not very good quality, they'll still tell you, oh, it's legit and real. And
Yeah. On the coin that I have that I cast, there's a little saying in here that gives you some information about it as well. The bee and the stag and the palm on this silver drachm
yeah,
pterodactyl
you want to read it out there? You want to go ahead?
yeah, are all emblems of Ethos, a Greek city on the west coast of Turkey. The bee was originally the symbol of the early Anatolian goddess, who the Greeks identified with their goddess, the Artemis.
Yep.
The stag, and an animal sacred to Artemis, symbolizes the goddess's role as a protector of the wild animals. Yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool that it came with some of that information
Yeah, for sure.
as well.
Yeah, that's the other thing that I'm just so fascinated with. I haven't actually dove into Ephesus very much yet. I'm excited to do that. But looking
Mm-hmm.
into some of my other coins has just been, I mean, that I get, I mean, I, it's not like I would recommend ancient coins as like the base of your stack for stacking at all. It's kind of something completely different. Like had a base of just your base metals so that, all my money's not sitting in ancient coins because that's kind of, I don't know enough about it to do that, and I wouldn't recommend doing that. But if you have already a base or a lot of money, as far as collecting coins goes, I get so much more out of collecting ancient coins than I do
Mm-hmm.
other coins. I mean, just
Yeah.
looking into the history and looking at the symbology and being able to realize that, kind of how what they were looking at and their mindset and to correlate those things and to get it in your hand. Like I said, this is coming out. In fact, I may do it tonight if we hang out a little bit longer, just pop this thing out and get it. It's so cool to get it in your hand and feel it, hold it, look at
Now,
the edge.
is that going to take? How much value are you going to lose without having the bot or having the the?
Well, for me, none. And to be honest, I'll tell you, to be honest, you're going to lose because I mean, okay, so when you send in whatever coin you're sending in Ancients, I think they charge the most on. But
Mm-hmm.
and then even though that they are the National Guarantee Corporation, they don't actually guarantee it. Okay,
No,
so
when I looked up that number, there's no price to guarantee it. I had to kind of.
yeah, it's
Um,
kind of a weird thing because they're called, and they do with every other coin except for Ancients. They don't. So, but they were able to keep their name even though it doesn't apply to this coin, which is a little interesting.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, they tell you what it is and all about it, and but so you're charging, they charge for that maybe like X% of the coin. I haven't looked at it, I haven't done it, but so you're going to lose that charge, whatever it is. I think on modern coins, do you know what it is on modern coins?
I think that if you send a bunch of them in, it can vary from 30 to $55 depending on where you're sending it, and if you
Indeed,
have an
indeed.
account and a membership and stuff like that.
Yep,
I've never sent anything out.
I have an account. I sent in my 2-ounce biblical coin set that I have
Mhm.
from
Oh, I'm working
Scottsdale
on a
Mint,
biblical one to say.
and I sent those in, and they're actually rated on the site and everything. And that was like $150, $200 or something. But just normal coins, yeah, you're gonna be paying a percentage by them just to handle it, to get it out, to look at it, to grade it, to send it back. They charge a fee for that, and so that fee, you know, you're adding that onto the coin's value.
Yeah,
So with Ancients, it's kind of that way. Now it just so happens that since not very many people know Ancients and don't want to look into them very much, they're just kind of trusting the plastic.
yep,
So I think right now, yeah, you can lose a little bit of money. In my case, I'm not going to, because
hmm,
I really like this coin. I'm gonna pop it out because I want to hold it. That's what does it for me in stacking ancient coins. And so I'm not gonna sell it for less because I like
yeah,
it and I bought it and I want it and I'm popping it. I'll keep the tag and whatnot. But and some people might not like that, but there's going to be a lot that fully understand. And plus, it's nice to then there is for the people that wonder, is it legit? Well, it is. It's even been verified by NGC. But
Yeah.
it's just about holding it in your hands. And so many people are really, it's understandable because it's different than with modern coins. See, and it takes a while to learn that. And some people will probably always differ on that argument. But like me and Aaron Burke, his store is very knowledgeable and known worldwide in ancients, and he, it drives him crazy when he sees people wearing gloves and holding the coin, or that you can't get them in slabs, because so much of it for us is actually getting it in your hand, and to know that, wow, some general or leader or king or who knows who from thousands of years ago could have held this coin, because a lot of these nice ones were collected. So it just does so much, and you can feel it and hold it. You can and just by holding the edges and see the edges, and it's just, for me, it's a lot of what does it for me in ancient coins. So for me, I'm not, I'm going to break it out. I'm going to have it, hold it. I'm going to be charging what I charge, because that's what I'm going to charge. And I'm happy if nobody buys it, because I like it. You see, so you'll have to take it out of my hands, because, so that's how I'm treating it. So I don't think it will hurt me too bad, but you do
They're
want to,
thick. That's a thick coin.
It is. See, that's what I'm excited to get that out. And what's funny is I was looking on here, on this side, it looks like it's like squid. Oh, well, can you even see? Oh, so I'm full on you. I got to get myself back.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's as thick as the coin or the round that I poured. It's all the same thickness.
So yeah, so here on this, it looks like it, they squished it to get in the holder, but no, they didn't. It's just the way the coin was actually in the day. It's not squished in there. But sometimes it's funny with ancient coins, the way they're made, it looks like they did that. Like, oh, it wouldn't quite fit, so they squished it to fit it in there. But no.
I wonder if they like heat shrink it or something into there, because the one that I got, that's not rattling. It's in there,
Right. No, I think they're kind of like a rubberized, and they have a bit of this is going to be, interesting for me, and we should do this maybe right now, but yeah, I think it's kind of a rubbery texture, so it has a bit of give to it. Vote for Pedro probably knows here.
Yeah.
You would recommend shooting a video?
I would recommend. Oh, you go ahead.
He's just telling me, because I was thinking about this, doing it now or doing it, making a video. Vote for Pedro says I would recommend shooting a video of you cracking the case and post it as a private video to YouTube for reference if you need to sell the coin later. Yeah, indeed, vote for. Yep. And that's actually through my channel. That's why I work through Aaron Burke too. For one thing, not all my coins that I buy are slabbed. And so everybody with ancients, that's the big fear is it just a fake coin? But I myself guarantee that any coin that you buy from me, if it's proven fake by anybody reputable, it has to be like an NGC or a reputable dealer, then I'll give you your money back in full. And also behind me, I only buy through Aaron Burke, and I record my transaction through YouTube, through you see it and you know it. And then, he backs his ancient coins with 100% money back guarantee to be genuine as well. And so that's kind of what you want to look for when you're buying ancient coins from dealers. Do they guarantee it to be legit, and they'll give you your money back if you prove it otherwise? Because then there's no that risk, is gone. But
yeah,
and that's the thing. Go ahead.
When I was looking to buy it, I've been looking for this ever since I got the mold, and I found this is one of the cheapest ones that I found, and it was going for like $1,200 to $1,500, and some of them you could get them for that weren't in a case, that were just loose, but that for like $500 or something, but they did not look. It did not look anything like that. It's like I didn't know where I was getting it from, and I was like, "Nah, I'm not doing that." And when I seen that in my house, I was like, "Score, $900. That's not bad."
Yep. So I'm looking, I'm going to show you. So one of these coins just sold not long ago for I think probably the highest price they've went for. And it blew my hair back anyway. Oh, what am I not going to be able to find it here now?
I seen one for 22.75, I think, and I was like, wow.
Oh yeah, they go way up. This one I think went for like 30 grand or something. It was 30.
Whoa,
Yeah, it was a lot.
it
But
must
it
have
was
been a
saying that it was
big.
one of the nicest ones known.
Hmm.
Oh, here it is. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen here. Let me pop this up here. Share screen. Hey, Silver and Cigars, welcome in. Good to see you. Say we're just looking at some great silver. 3D Woodworks. This is number one of this mold, right? It's 3D.
Yeah, yeah. I kept the prototype because it
And
was really ripply and stuff.
And so he got me this and poured me this. I was asking for something bee related. And I just picked up his mail today and opened this on this live stream. And the same day I got that in the mail, I got my ancient Ephesus bee coin that I've been waiting for a long time. And it happened to be that his coin was of the same coin. His mold was of the same coin. And it's just blowing my mind here. So
Yeah,
but yeah.
that's awesome.
And
Totally
I'm going to
awesome.
share my screen and show this Ephesus coin that went for craziness money here. Where'd you go? Here we go. Okay, so this coin right here, 48,000, almost $50,000. And so with the fees that they would have,
Whoa.
with the fees, you got to play, like, I think this was sold on it might have been, oh, what was it?
That was in
No,
December.
yeah, this was just happened. I think it was in the Nomos sale, might say. I think this was in the Nomos sale. And it says right here, in exceptional condition for the issue, undoubtedly among the finest specimens known, perfectly struck and centered on a very broad flan, and with a superb iridescent tone, virtually as struck and almost FDC excellent. I don't know what that means, but so it's a very nice coin, looks great, but about 48,000 plus like 20% or 15, 20%, 22% for the seller's fee on that for the auction house. So you're looking at
Wow.
over 50 grand probably there. So
Somebody really wants.
I've been asking Aaron, like, get me one of these coins, and then I seen that I was looking at it, I'm like, oh man, that's so nice, I'd love to have it. And then it went for 50 grand, and man, did I get depressed, like, oh man. But yeah, that's a nice example of it. I don't know if, oh, there you go, I can get it full screen here. Can you guys see that? You can't, can you? There we go. Boom.
Oh, that is nice. Yeah. All the detail and the wings are still there.
All the detail,
The
the
head,
eye on the stag, the horns
yeah.
of the stag.
I thought that was a blemish. I was looking at mine and I thought it was a blemish because he's got markings on the
Hey,
on
let me
on
see pull your coin. Let me pull you up. Let me see your coin again. I want to see what the name is on that again. Ukatoikea. So that's Antiochus. And I wonder if that is the same as the one on the screen, though, that I'm showing. That's pretty. AL. Yeah, I think. Okay. No, I'm not sure. That might not be it, actually. But
it's
anyway, interesting.
they're printed in I think they were like in 3 different cities on that island is where they were coming from.
Yeah, there's
Uh,
several different, like if we scroll through, let me share this screen. And get me back to this mood.
Pedro
So yeah,
says, "Gotta hold the ancients."
yes, you got to hold the ancients indeed. And yeah, if we look through this page here, you can see like there's lots of different towns. This one is Apatoj. This one is, I don't know what this one is. Diodorus.
Hmm. So
Um,
there
and
might
then
be one.
where's maybe yours? Oh no, this is that one that we were just looking at. That's why it was familiar to me. This is Antialcidas.
Mhm.
Um, Philacos. So yeah, there's a lot of different cities right there that they were all minting them out of. But yeah, that's one of the finer known right there. 50 grand.
Whew.
Um, Interesting though.
And
Right.
there's a couple. There's two different or three different deers that are on the back too. There's a full body of the stag. Then there's this bust where he's facing left, and then there's a where it's like a back shot of the a rear shot, but he's turning his head around backwards.
Okay.
That's what I found as well.
Yeah.
I don't have any
Yeah.
reference.
There are a little, and mine was a little. One thing I noticed that was a little unique on mine was um, how it's kind of rounded a little bit. The name of it. A lot of them are really straight, just pew, but
Uh
mine
huh.
are a little bit rounded there. But very cool nonetheless.
Yeah, and and yours has broader horns too on the horns. They're
Let me get you back in here.
yeah the horns on yours are broader like
No, yeah,
like
there's
a elk.
definitely that too. Yep, there's some different styles, and this one is a fat
Mhm.
horn style, where some of them are
Yeah,
like,
well, this one's a fat horn. Some of them are like a deer, and these are
yep,
like elks. Where let's see,
yeah, it's
where
like an elk moose mixture, where some of them are
yeah.
more elkish and some of them are more moosish. But
Hmm.
I guess what are these supposed to be, like a reindeer of some type or something, huh?
Oh
I mean,
yeah, it's
I don't know.
stag. Whatever that
Yeah,
whatever they're saying that the representation of a stag is.
yeah, like
And
go ahead.
that the strength of the stag and the protector, he's like the protector of all the wild animals and stuff like that. And that goes throughout the Greek mythology and with the deer being the protector of the forest and stuff. And
Right.
I don't know where I was going with that.
No, yeah, no, that's very interesting. That's what the more I learn about these things, it gets very just the you get more and more interested in how they were viewing things and how they correlated things and how I mean these coins to me they just have so much speech in them yet there's not really much for words, so it's very
Yeah,
interesting. And this ancient coin in particular isn't all that in depth and in it, but I mean it's just representation of my me being a bee. I really like it, but yeah,
yeah,
all of them when you get into them, like sometimes it's just mind blowing all the stuff you can see in there and learn and stuff that I still don't know, like about this palm tree back here, and what
hmm
it's what all
that
what
was
it's
fertility. That was a representation of fertility.
right. Yep, definitely that. Yeah, there's lots of stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know. Do you know what type of tree this is? I haven't looked up
Um,
but
it's just a palm tree. Uh,
doesn't doesn't get
it
into
doesn't
the
say what kind. It's a date palm, and that was all that I found out about it.
okay.
That it's a date palm, and the date palm tree with the loaded down branches. With those are supposed to be dates that are
Great.
hanging down. Right?
That's what I
Yeah.
was wondering. Yeah, okay.
Yep. And that was supposed to signify fertility, and that with that and the be like a plentiful harvest.
Sure, of course. Yes,
That they
exactly.
were doing really good. That
They
civilization was doing really good at that time.
Yeah, they stack precious metals like it's pollen and nectar back there, is what they were saying. So
Yeah. Yep. That's right.
no, yeah, that's I mean it's just so fitting for like my channel, and that's exactly what what you're saying is all in relation to my channel. So
Yeah,
that's
that's why I thought that would be the perfect one to just
oh it's
to get for you and
perfect.
send out to you. And then that we both got the same coin was like just a mind blower.
Yep, yeah, that is it's just mind blowing indeed. Indeed. Well, maybe I'm going to see about pop. Well, I should take vote for Pedro's advice and do just a
Yeah.
purely pop out video on it, huh? I think
Yep.
I will
Yeah.
do that. But oh man, that just made my new year right there. Thank you, 3D.
Hey, no problem, man. And I was serious. If you want, I can. If you want to sell those on your channel as your channel round, then I'll pour them for you.
Well,
So
we'll have to talk for sure on it. Yeah, that
yeah.
would be. I mean, that would be perfect. So. Very, very cool. Yeah, well, I'll definitely be in touch with you on that. It's number one, 939's fine silver, 3D woodworks, 1224 Greek tetradrachm of Ephesus replica. Just spot on, man. Spot on.
Yeah, it was fun pouring that because, like I was saying, I got to learn a new technique because before I was using a different type of a torch to a gas torch to be able to pour those, and I'm gonna put it on the floor down here. So it's just a couple of tanks and a tip. This is what I was using, and this setup was not able to, even with MEPS gas, was not able to get the silver hot enough to do more than an ounce with the oxygen and MEPS gas, and that's why I had to go over to using the propane on the cutting torch. So thanks for the challenge.
Oh man, I so appreciate that you put that. It just is so appreciated all the effort you put into it. Just it was awesome. It made my year for sure. L, yeah, that's there are some great channels. Vote for Pedro, throw some in there. So some great channels on ancients are classical numismatics. I love to watch that one. He puts together great ancient information on ancient coins. Great guy, love his channel. And then Aaron Burke, he has who I have on an interview from time to time. He has his own channel, and it's called the Ancient Coin Podcast. And in fact, maybe I'll go grab some links here in a minute for you. But yeah, the Ancient Coin Podcast with Aaron Burke, classical numismatics. He does great stuff. Who do you have? Yeah, yep, vote for Pedro says classical numismatics. Yep, we both agree that is a great one. And yeah, and the Ancient Coin Podcast has Aaron Burke on it from Chicago. There, Harlan J. Burke. They're very knowledgeable, and his channel has been just taken off lately, and he's got someone that came on and is going back through his info and making little shortcuts on good information on coins. And he's really doing good over there. So and yeah, and hopefully come back here. I mean, I'm just learning and just getting in, so I'm covering a lot of the first information, the very basics, and learning about it myself. So I'm gonna try to focus in a bit more on ancients here. I got a little bit much on my plate, and I'm running around with my head cut off. So gotta
I
try to
hear you.
focus in a little bit, but yeah, I'm just fascinated by it, but I also love our community and stuff like this. Like 3D, you really helped me out, and I really appreciate it. So that's amazing that we have this community. So I don't want to skip out on my community, but yet I need to focus in more on ancient coins. But I guess it's all an in stride process, and
Yep.
yeah.
We go through this. Um, I think as a community we grow together, as we each develop our own skill and each develop, whether it's being a moderator and helping out with channels, or providing information, or being a maker. We're all there to support each other, buying each other's products and stuff. And all these people that are out there, like even the big guys, like I'm using it as a prop, as a stand. Money Metals, and Reckless Metals, um, Mutiny Metals. These
Yep.
guys, they started somewheres too, and
Oh
now
yeah.
these guys are just exploding.
That's crushing it.
And
Yeah.
yeah, and everybody's got to start somewheres.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And be happy. Like I have. Speaking on that, I want to show some of the stuff here. So yeah, and I have a bunch of coins that are just unique and different. And so when I got into coins, I got into one of those companies that you don't know what you're doing, and I got into a company where you get coins every month, and
Mm-hmm.
everybody says stay away from those, and it's kind of true. But you have to understand, like you have to kind of, like you're saying, start at where you're at, and if you're at the bottom, that's fine. But you start into it, and I got a lot of these coins. Some of them, yeah, I'm gonna have to wait a while before I can get my money back out of them. But I learned coins through it. I learned, and I knew what real silver was, and I was happy to have some. And then it makes you look more and more into it. And then I got into the monetary system, and then I found ancient coins, and then now I'm into history, and it's like just this. But like you say, you have to learn as you go and build as you go. So I paid extra on the first silver I got, but I knew that it was real. It's like a lot of people spend money to go to college, or I paid a little extra to get my understanding, but that's the way it goes. You walk into it and you build a foundation, and you go from there. You can't be on top right away, just like with anything, right? I mean, you have to work your way in, and it takes time, and then you learn better deals and better ways to stack, or ways to stack that fit you better. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Or different things, different products like crystallized osmium.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah,
Palladium
in a
or
whole nother
whatever else.
that took me in a whole nother direction as well, that I wasn't expecting to
Mm-hmm.
go down. But you kind of, when those things come around, it's up to you. You want to put the time and effort in it. Is it something worth it or not for you? And so yeah,
Yeah.
choices to be made.
And it's amazing, like how you can take like this piece of oak that I have right here, and turn it into a cool little
Yep.
coin vessel, a coin easel,
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
coins up. And I'm going to use this oak right here, and I have these. I have some little stickers like this, but they're tattoos, and it's a mirrored image. So I'm going to take the oak, and I'm going to get my Dremel, and I'm gonna make a wooden mold out of my. That's gonna be my
Well,
channel.
that's funny, because that's one thing that is on my, like, if and when I get into doing metal. I've already talked to a
Mm-hmm.
few people about that, and like carving out. I want to carve out, kind of in the wood, make some design or whatever, and then pour into it.
Yeah,
And yeah, no, that's a great. I can't wait to. You should. I would love to, see that happen, or we
I,
can do something on that too. That would be. I'd love to watch that process, because I've been thinking about that as well. Because have you seen it done?
yeah. I've seen it done, and I've got I got tools. I got like the burr bits and stuff like that. You get them for the Dremel. For I got to Ford them, and so you get these burr bits that are like really tiny, details. So you can get in there. It takes a while, but you can get in there and you can use these little tiny burrs and get really good detail in the wood. And you burn it. Usually about your third or fourth pour is the best. You'll get the best wood grain detail out of them. So
Wow. Interesting.
I'm going to start experimenting with that.
Oh, that's so cool. Kane's Coins, good to see you. Happy New Year back at you.
Yeah. You got to find some, you got to find something, make it your own, anybody could have done that, grabbed a graphite mold and poured it. And so this is my learning technique. I'm learning pouring these with different medias, different silver, copper, aluminum, different types of open face mold. I've done some sand casting and play sand. I just used a cast iron skillet and had that anamorphic, whatever it is, that sand that it's like space sand or something that the kids play with. I use that and poured
you're just using the regular sand then. Okay.
Yeah. It's regular play sand that's like space sand or whatever this stuff is.
Cool. Thanks for hanging with us. Vote for Pedro. Good to see you. Enjoy your meal. Say hello to everybody. Happy New Year.
Yeah. Thanks for coming by. Vote for Pedro. Yeah, I use this sand right here and pour stuff out of this stuff. I've only poured aluminum into it because I'm afraid that silver is going to be so hot. It was making one heck of a smoke. just the aluminum, but it was fun.
Huh. Very cool.
Yeah, all the pours that I did with that, it was the first time that I poured, the very first time I used my furnace, and we poured like I think 6 different things, like a fish and a turtle and a couple other things. I got a video of it on my channel. But,
yeah, I got to go back and see a couple of your last videos. I've been out of town and busy, but that's you did such a good job on this, man. That's so awesome, so fun.
well, thank you.
You got an impressive little shop going on there, and you're doing well, taking off over there. I can tell you got exciting things coming yet. Oh
yeah, and there's so many different facets of what you can do with silver. I'm just I'm hungry. I'm hungry to learn more, and excited to share my journey and the learning process and everything. And I've been told, oh, your videos are like you sound like a teacher. Do you teach? And I get that at work all the time. Everyone, they send all the new guys over to me so I can teach them how to do our jobs.
Cool. Awesome. Well, I suppose I should wrap this one up, but and then I'll get with you and get you paid too.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Gotta get you back on, and we'll talk on off air or whatever about it. But we'll get you covered on that. Thank you so much for sure. You said it was 1.5 ounces, huh?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. 1.5. Do you care if I unbox this one as I'm going to unbox my other?
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. That was like the best that I could do for a COA because I don't have anything printed up. Like, for sure. Capital Currency gives these COAs out whenever you get one of his pours, man. He does some awesome stuff. I got a couple of his eagles, a couple of his arrowheads, and it's a treat to watch him.
Very cool. Yeah, I got to get over to Capital Currency as well myself. I haven't spent enough time over there myself, but good guy. So
you could do, you could carry that one as a pocket piece.
I know.
See how the toning rubs off of it. Yeah.
Pop this out.
the feel of these things, man. They got weight to them, you know. It's really cool. I want to. I thought about carrying this one as my pocket piece and taking my. I got a Morgan that I carry,
You
but
know what? 3D. I was gonna tell you. If you're interested, I mean, if you want to sell that Ephesus, maybe you're going to keep it forever. That's fine too. Do what you want with it. But if you're looking to, like you were wondering, I'll buy it off of you at a higher price than I'll make you money right now if you want to sell it. And if you're interested in that, you should pop it out and hold it in your hand before you send it out, because I would do that anyway. And that way you can hold, like you say, it's so cool to be, feel the weight of it and wait till if you get it in your hand, that's very cool as well. So
you know, that might be something that I would be interested in doing. I really like it, but it was something that um, I seen it and I just couldn't pass it.
yeah,
um, and to be able to feel it and compare the two side by side and take a couple pictures,
yeah,
um, that would be pretty cool. We could
yeah.
talk about.
That would be awesome. We can definitely do that.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, dude, that is such a good pour. That came out
Yeah,
so well.
I was debating on like how on ancient coins they're cracked and stuff. I was debating on like taking the Dremel and like gouging into it a little bit, making it offset or something. But I figured that one I just send it out
It's
as
good,
it
and
was.
it's got a little bit of character in it as well that actually kind
Mhm.
of bodes well towards ancients. So
Yeah,
I think it's just perfect, man.
it was fun to pour, and I had uh, like I said, it took a couple different tries, and the whenever you're pouring these things and you open it up, like they come out this shiny when you're pouring it in graphite. Like I didn't polish these or nothing.
Yeah,
Um,
no, that's amazing, right? Like it's so interesting to see that.
and when you do a sand cast, they come out like grungy, and you gotta bring them alive.
Interesting.
Um, so.
Well, there's some old cool coins from Carthage, and
Mhm.
it's interesting because they find molds from the old Carthage coins, and they're not a very. It's not like the coin is being struck. You can tell it's more of a pour into a mold, and they found like I need to go see if what they were made out of, but they were like boards, kind of like the one you've got there,
Mhm.
and they just had like maybe 8 carvings of the same thing into the wood, and they would go and pour into that, you know,
Wow.
and it would go into those different spaces. So they found the actual molds that they were pouring, which is why some of those looked poured instead of struck.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah. Yep.
it's very interesting to dig into some of those things.
I want to eventually press coins as well. Um, Capital Currency is pointing that out. You can get these kits where you can use your hydraulic press, and you pour a blank, you throw it in there, and then you press the blank to your coin,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
that would be pretty cool too. It's
For
almost like
sure.
actually making a coin instead of a round.
Yep.
Or it would never be a coin because I can't back an entire nation for money.
Yeah. Right.
I
No
don't want
doubt.
to get in trouble from the feds.
Yeah. Cool. Cool. Well, yeah. Now I'm gonna have to pop this baby out, make a little video on that, and
Hmm.
uh, I'm excited to get that in my fingertips. See, because you can get it, you can see, you just get the full character when you get it in your hands. Look at that edge
Yeah.
there. I love how you get little splits at the edge, little,
Hmm.
it's like a dough that you're squishing out, cookie dough or something.
Yeah.
Like,
This one's got a couple of those lines too, but it's right where they crimped onto it, with the little rubber thing, right, right in this
oh
area,
yeah,
right,
yep, yep.
right in
Yep,
there.
and you can get it out and see what it is, and yeah.
And the one thing that I was when I was looking these things up, it was amazing to me the guys that um that would there was like a chief that would go around to each of the individual um uh presses or whatever that where they're making them. um like, the name of what that is escaping me right now. Mints.
Yeah.
uh he would go around to each of the individual mints and inspect the quality of the coins that they were putting out. And so that guy, he must have been living the dream, going around just getting to check out all these cool coins and doing quality control. He must have had pockets full of silver.
Wow, very cool. Hey, Silver Boy Blues, good to see you. So check out what you wouldn't believe this story, Silver Boy Blues, but I know you'd appreciate it, so I'm going to run it by you. So
Ellie says something's really near me. It's really near. Do amazing work. Yeah, thank you, Ellie.
so I was asking, and I had 3D on, not long ago on an auction. We were hanging out and talking, and he was talking about porn, and I have some other great pours from other channels, and I was saying, oh, I'd love a B related pour, from you 3D, since you're pouring, and then I can get another channel pour, and have it B related. And he said, okay. But I wasn't expecting that he would do an Ephesus B pour, but I think he knew that I was hunting. You said you knew that I was looking for one of these,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yep.
So he knew, that my whole channel is kind of based off the B in ancient coins. So this has been on my list from the get go, from day one. And so and the other day he's like, I'm sending over a package. You should get it in the mail. So I go to the mail the other day and pick up his package, and with it, I received my package from Aaron Burke, from with ancient coins, and it was my first Ephesus, um, Ionia Ephesus B coin, ancient coin. And so I received my ancient coin in the mail along with 3D Woodworks package. I get home and in 3D I get an email from 3D, and he's showing me in the email that he had just bought a B, an Ionia Ephesus B, an ancient coin. And he was like, he's just showing it to me, and what do you think, and did I overpay, blah blah blah. And so I was like, no way. So I call him up and I'm like, so I'm gonna go do an unboxing of my ancient coin and do an unboxing of the pour that I got from you. You want to hop on with me? And he's like, yeah. So we hop on here, and then he starts talking about how his pour was the B, the Ionia Ephesus B, and I had no idea. And
I kind of blew it.
so all in one day I got, a great pour from another channel, and it came in the mail the same time as I got my ancient coin Ephesus B that I've been wanting from day one. And so it all came together and culminated like at one point, and he ended up getting a B himself, an ancient. And I don't know, we're all reviewing it now, so I'm kind of mind blown, and very very cool and interesting. So I got this great pour from 3D Woodworks, an ounce and a half of 3/9 fine silver. And then I also picked up this ancient coin from the 4th century BC, Ionia Ephesus, very fine, 4/5 strike, 4/5 surface. I'm going to be popping it out of this case soon because, it's a B and I got it to hold it. It just so happens that it came in case, but we're going to fix that soon. And yeah, I'm really happy about it. So very, very cool. God's timing is perfect. Exactly. And it's funny because I was talking to my family about things happening and timing, and some other YouTubers, and it is like, I was already talking with my family just today on this very subject about things coming at the right timing and information coming and answering questions at the right time, and then all of this happened, and just on the same day. That's just blowing my mind here. So yeah, that's for sure.
I'm glad I was able to be a part of all this. That it one of my goals this year is just to make somebody else have a good day every day. That's my
Well,
goal
you
is
sure nailed the start. I don't know how you'll finish, but you sure nailed it on the go. Nailed it on the
yeah.
opening.
You know, I went through a rough stage in my life, and I know this is kind of off subject, but I went through a rough stage in my life where I was messing things up, and I was messing up everybody else's lives too. And this is what put my life back together is being able to do things like this, being able to be cognizant enough of the people in my community that I can pick up on what's going down, and you know uh, put two and two together to uh, be able to have a day like today.
Well, you knocked it out of the park on this one, no doubt. Quite
Sweet.
impressed, and really lighted up my day as well. So very cool.
Right on. Right on. Hey, I seen OC Stacker popping in there. Howdy, OC.
Yeah, OC, good to see you. How you doing? Silverboy Blues. We're gonna have to get together. I'm gonna have to shoot you over your. Well, you have some stuff in your wallet and some more crystalline osmium here, and I know I owe you codes for the other ones I've sent to you. So whenever you have some extra time, send me an email and we'll work out a time and we'll get everything snuffed up. I did another. I did a. So I did one with 3D Woodworks and made sure that everything uh, got entered right and went smoothly, and he received his all good. So I'm gonna keep refining my method, and I appreciate you, Silver Boy Blues, for working with me as you have from the beginning. You've really helped support my channel, and OC, thanks for being so supportive. All my subscribers, I don't know, I need to make a video on this, so a lot of people won't see them, but my subscribers subscribing to and staying subscribed to me, is greatly appreciated. And a lot of the people who are subscribed to me are want to help people and are willing to put up with all my flaws because they're the kind of people that want to do well and want to see others succeed, and that's a promising thing for me. That helps my outlook on life, and I greatly appreciate all the and the you know any criticism of, as long as it's meant in a positive. I love it. Like, positive criticism is great, and sticking out, people helping them up when they need it is just uh, something that we need, and I find it in this community and a lot of people, and it's reassuring, and really appreciate it. So thank you to everyone for hanging out with me and putting up with me. So
Yeah.
and Silverboy Blues doing business with me, and like I said, work with me on the osmium and be patient, and you've never said a peep, and I really appreciate that. And so helps me do my business and learn how to do it. And OC, thanks for hanging with me and through the things. I know there's been stuff, and I appreciate that you keep your head on straight, and appreciate your support for sure. Did we make a video? No. Did we make a video of the boys filling their? That is coming shortly. That's on the list. OC. Hopefully here within a day or two we'll do that. Okay, all sounds good. I've been super distracted, and I'll check my emails and all. Right. Awesome, Silver Boy, and thank you for being you, and so have you. You help a lot of people out there, Silver Boy. But everybody's always lights up when you come in the room, and everybody's happy to see you. So good character over there. Appreciate you. And Joseph, you're my mod, my main man. I really appreciate you helping me all the ways you do. It's greatly appreciated. Don't think that I don't notice. And keep me informed on. I know you got something coming up this. I think it's this week, right, Joseph? Is it? Anyway, you can let me know in the email, whatever. But yeah, keep me informed there, and good luck.
Oh, I
So,
just got battery low.
are your batteries going low?
Yeah,
Yep.
both on my headset and on my phone.
Well, that's probably as I need to wrap up anyway. So good, Pat. Like we were talking, timing is. This has been a big day for me on timing. I've learned a lot. So and you helping me out, and that you were part of that alone. Like if you knew the rest of the story, which is probably a little bit much for YouTube here, so maybe I'll tell you private sometime. But like, if you knew the
All
rest of the
right.
story, you'd even be more mind blown than what you know. So, but
Cool.
no, it really was something, and I really appreciate it. It was really fun.
Yeah. I feel like this is like an epic happening, man.
Well, for me, it was. For me, it was for sure. So probably no one else understands it, but that was great.
Yeah. And it is I hope to be able to uh do like you do, have me figure it out, and to where I can get some of my pours out there into the community. I was thinking about I'm trying to shoot for February to maybe get together my first auction or something like that in February.
Cool. Well, I would love to help you out with it. And if you want any help, let me know. And yeah, and if you want to get some of your pours out, through my channel, we can do a split on it, and we'll get them out there, because it's just perfect.
Right on. That would be awesome.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, I had so much fun doing that. I could just say that over and over again, and it's the truth. It was great.
Well, I'm gonna enjoy it every time I'm looking at it. So that's
Mm-hmm.
awesome. It's on Monday. Okay. Well, keep me posted, bud. I do not have. OC says he doesn't have any of your pours yet, so you guys might have to reconcile that one.
They're coming, man. I'm gonna put some time in this weekend and get a few out. Um,
Let me
it's,
hold that. Let's see that prototype there. That's not tone. Let me see that, or the yeah. No, let me see the raw
yeah,
one you got there.
this was the prototype, and this one here, I learned that I got to pour these coins fast. If I try to take time, you see it's got some air pockets and stuff in here, um, some air pockets and things like that, and a bunch of ripples. Um, I was trying to be careful because I was so excited. I was shaking like, I mean, I was steady that arm, boy. Don't drink any more coffee. Uh, Whenever I was pouring them, and I can tone these to where I was debating: do I tone it in a golden, a tannish gold color,
Yeah.
or do I tone it to the silver? And my gut said to go with the silver, and so I did, and then it was awesome because it ended up. Oh, I just dropped my earbud again. I hope that wasn't
Nice.
the
You
one with
caught
the mic on it.
you caught the important part. So good job.
Yeah, the but yeah, I was debating, and I just went for it and went with the silver tone. But you can see in this one here where I had some imperfections,
Yeah.
where from the whip dish. Yeah, that's some of the you put borax in here to
Okay.
season it, and that was some of the borax
Oh,
um,
interesting.
on the first one. Yeah, I was heating it too hot, and so it like some of the borax poured out, and went into the mold. And I didn't pour as much, I didn't pour as big of a sprue. This is the sprue off of the one that I sent to you. The other one was just really tiny, and the bigger the sprue, the more weight it pushes down into the mold and helps to eliminate all those like ripples and
Oh, okay.
pushes the air back up out of the vents. So
Well, that's
yeah,
cool.
you're hitting that little tiny hole with
Interesting.
that.
Because now it's interesting because I've heard that make sure you vent, and then I've also heard another thing that's going around is don't do any vents, and that works really good. And then I've heard, yeah, don't do it at the right temperature, and then I've heard don't let it boil, and then you were talking about not let it boil. So there's a lot of
Yeah. Oh, it does boil. It boils. You can see the sparkles right here. From when I was pouring this mold. I got it too hot in the whip dish, and when I poured it in here, it was like crackle sizzling, and it was air bubbles all over in the pour.
interesting.
Um, yeah, so it does happen. Ugh. Yeah, it's all about the heat, your heat setting, and how close you hold it to the whip dish.
Cool. Well, this one, your pour on this one turned out really, really nice. This B, there's no, like you were saying, there was some missing there up at the fore part on yours a little bit, but this one is nice and filled and solid. All it's not really missing anything. I mean, maybe you know what? Actually, look at this eye. I just now noticed that the eye looks like it might have a little bubble, but it makes it look like it's an actual eyeball. Look at that. I just
Uh-huh.
noticed that.
Oh yeah.
That's cool.
Yep. Yeah,
No, it filled
the
really
eye.
well. Like everything's there.
Yeah, it did have a little. It had a little air in there, probably.
But no, that was
But yeah, that
cool.
was it was fun.
Oh, and there's maybe a little bit of something right there.
Uh-huh. Well, that's part of the part of the
Yeah.
process.
No, yeah, for
But
sure.
it has a throat detail. You know.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah. No, I mean the detail is there for sure. I mean, it filled well. I'm very impressed. You couldn't ask for much better. I mean, I'm pointing out tiny little things, but that's going
yeah.
to be on all of them. I mean,
Hmm. So
so
that's what the mold looks like whenever you're. This is after probably about 5 pouring attempts. It starts to get a glaze in there of a little bit of silver built up in it, and if you pour other metals and stuff, it'll build up those other metals as well. So I'm just going to use strictly silver on this, and if I want to do some other coins in um, copper and stuff, I'm going to keep that mold specifically just for silver.
do you mind me asking, like, what is that? Whichever mold you want, or don't tell me that you don't want to, but what does a mold like that cost?
Um, that was about $80
Oh,
to get
wow.
that. Yeah,
Okay. Interesting.
it, and that's just for the mold. All the like, if you're going to try to do a setup like that, there's a lot into it. There's the molds, uh, the furnace, all the fire bricks and stuff you got to lay down in fire
Sure.
extinguishers.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
you want to have like a full setup. You don't want to just go out there and try to
Doing it with a
do it on the
blowtorch.
tailgate of your truck. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I legitimately tried 4 different torch styles to get this done. So I had MEPS gas, which is these cylinders right here, because I can use this cylinder with the MEPS gas tip to pour the little guys, like these guys right here.
Oh.
I can use MEPS gas alone in the whip dish for a 1 ounce pour.
Okay.
It takes two torches, so this is my secondary torch, and it takes 2 torches in order to do anything over an ounce. So I've got a second one, and then I've got the other torch setup that I shown with where you can do propane and oxygen. So I tried I tried 4 different styles in order to be able to melt the ounce and a half hot. If I had to get it hotter than what it takes to pour in just a regular graphite open face mold in order to get it to pour down through the tiny that tiny
Interesting.
little hole.
Yeah. Well, I mean, heat definitely sucks. Like it sucks. There's something about like when you're soldering, pipe or whatever. You heat it on the opposite side of the. Excuse me. You heat it on the opposite side of the pipe, right? Like if you're soldering or whatever, so it wraps around the pipe. It attracts to the heat for some reason.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well,
Interesting. So if you tried to pour that with a cold mold,
mhm.
wouldn't even go all the way into the. It wouldn't
No,
go. Right.
no, it just gets hard right at the top. Yep, and it makes a little string. It'll make a little string that a little string of silver that goes right down there, and that's it.
No.
And then it's only like it narrows out as it gets down there. And
So
so I had a torch burning on this mold while I was pouring it as well, letting
yeah,
that
okay,
little
I've seen people do that. Interesting.
mm-hmm,
And so did you
to
did
keep
you
it
heat
warm.
up? Did you hit the insides of it before you
Yeah,
closed it and then kept the heat on it, or how did you?
yeah, I would so you're basically I'm holding this torch in one hand and I'm holding this with a pair of pliers in the other hand and I'm heating the silver up and you got to get it to where it swirls around and becomes one blob instead of, it'll be chunky and sitting around in places and so you get it in there and you get it stirred to where it moves around freely and you can be back and forth. You want to keep the tip right here hot
Uh,
and you're back and forth. You can hit the mold and keep it hot. And then I got another torch blowing on it this
blowing
way.
on there the whole
So
time.
yeah, and then it's like you pull away your flame and dump. And you don't want to like dump a little bit or get it on those outside edges because that really hinders the
Goes
process.
fast.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And I was just doing it out of these generic rounds. I went down and bought a bunch of generic rounds and got them pretty close to melt. Um, he was I think $1.50 above melt is what I was paying for him, and I just took my bolt cutters and chopped them in half. In order
Yeah,
to pour that, I got to have 2 ounces. I learned that it's a 2 ounce. It takes 2 ounces to pour it.
I see. Even though it's only 1.5
Yeah,
fill.
and a 1 ounce round fits in there. So I was like, man, that'll be about an ounce. And I had to like experiment how many different um, how many different ways uh, to get the right amount.
Huh.
Um,
Interesting.
it was like it was a couple of different pours, but yeah, that OC was asking about a weight. Um, so that's the one that I have. It's
Let's see what.
1.52 on the troy ounce, and it's the same size as a round, just a little thicker. That one I think is just 1.5 flat, or maybe just a touch over.
Well, that ain't right. Or yeah, actually it is because I got it in grams. Ounces. 1.67.
1.67.
It's a
Well,
heavy. It's completely full and heavy.
mm-hmm. I wasn't holding back.
Cool.
Yeah, that one has less lines and stuff in it too. Yeah, I thought it was 1.5, but I could have been off.
Well, let's make sure my scale is on here then.
Is it on ounces or troy ounces?
Good point. It's probably on ounces. I bet it is on ounces because. Come on here. What's going on? I gotta put it down to do it. There we go. Okay, ounce. Ounce Troy. That'll fix it. 1.52. You got it.
Yeah, Yeah, they were both pretty close to the same. Yep. Yeah, it was a blast. Like I said, it was a learning experience, and I got to learn a little bit more about processing the rounds when you can't get shot. It was cheaper for me to buy the darn rounds than it was to
Round.
buy shot. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that, like, because and then you cut it in half, like you say, because I've heard that it's nice to
Mhm.
have the shot because it helps if it's somewhat broken down in the melting process, like you get a bit
Yes, it
more
does.
quicker, even melt or something like that.
So
But
if you look in here, you see what that shape is in there. That shape is shape of a round because putting it in there and I did it once as a round and it heated up. It's got that like shadow that goes around there, and uh, that's I just dropped a round in there and heated it up, but it didn't want to melt as a whole round as easily as it does when you cut it up into small pieces. It melts a lot faster.
yeah, interesting. And yeah, Silver White Blues is asking here. Someone said that 4.9s pours a little bit better than 3.9s, and I've heard that as well. Silver
Yeah.
White Blues.
Yep.
I don't know
That's
how
true.
much. How have you had much experience with that?
Yeah, I had several ounces of 4.9's fine shot, and that was so I use that in my furnace in my first couple of pours. Like this heart right here that I poured was that was 4.9. This is 4.9's fine,
Okay.
and it was like almost instantaneously once it got up to melt temperature. It just like it was like it flashed into a liquid and it was just dancing in there. It was so mesmerizing in the furnace.
Oh,
I could have just sat there and watched it for a little while.
wow, cool.
But yeah, and it pours a little better because it does the copper or whatever the impurities are in there. Um, Copper it cools faster as you're pouring it than silver does. Silver like stays molten longer, I think, than copper. Whenever you're pouring it, copper is cool too because it's a little bit hotter. You can get it hotter than you can get silver, um, and that also helps it to pour better when you're pouring it, I think.
Yep, yep. Cool. OC Stacker says he has 20 ounces of shot in his stack. Yep, yep. It's kind of cool to have some on reserve.
Yeah, yeah. I have been back and forth. I thought I had 10 ounces from my LCS, and they when I went down there to pick it up, they said you missed it by 1 week. We just sold it when I
Oh,
finally went down to pick it up. So then I ended up buying 10 ounces of rounds instead.
yep.
And then you got to polish. The thing is with the rounds, you got to take a little wheel like like one of these little wheels and clean it all off or throw it in the pickle. So I got a little crock pot that I use whenever I'm making my coins, um, so I can keep the coins clean. It's the little crock pot that you put. They call it pickle. It's just a cleaning agent for silver that keeps everything nice and shiny.
Cool. That looks like a little heater. Woodworking. I use natural animal hide glue, like about like you can use a natural fat, like, and it makes
Hmm.
a glue.
Yeah.
And yeah, I have a little melting pot like that. Kind of looks like that for that.
Hmm. I've had some pesky raccoons before, and we use natural fur bark tannus, the chewy layer or the pink layer in between the bark and the tree. We use that to tan their hides, and we refine some of the fat down to use as waterproofing. And with that and the tannus, it makes them waterproof, so you have a waterproof raccoon hat.
Wow, that's very cool. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
I was kind of because I did like with like these my box, and that's actually got hide natural hide glue in it or whatever you would say.
Hmm.
And yeah, I was very so I went back. I used hand saws and hand tools and tried to get as old school as I get, so I was using natural glue as well. But I was fascinated with it. Like you can
Yeah.
run them different thicknesses, different grades for different dry times and all kind. I was like, wow, that's neat.
Hmm.
So and the cool part about that type of glue is you can heat it up and steam it and actually separate it. Um, and like take it apart if you need to do a repair, like really old school furniture and whatnot can be taken to someone in wood who knows what they're doing, and they'll heat that up, take it apart, and like fix it and put it back together. And that not you can't really do that with modern glues, but with that you can. I just find stuff like that amazing. Like sometimes we're not quite as far advanced as we think in a lot of ways, but anyway.
And yeah, it is. I feel like modern technology takes us backwards because we have to rely on somebody else to refine the exact product that we need. And whenever it comes to lumber and stuff like that, you're stuck with just whatever you get from the hardware store. Um, I built a thing for one of my buddies. I built a set of shelves. I showed it last time in a kind of a raw form, and my shop's kind of a little bit of a mess here, but I'll bring you over and show you the finished product of the cedar shelves. He hasn't came to pick them up yet, so
Okay.
um, oh, they turned out killer. This is I hand sawed these with Alaska sawmill, and
Oh.
then we put some shellac. It's not shellac, but we put some finish on them. Just sanded them down, and uh, the stain, man, it's blowing my mind right now. It's just basically a clear coat. There was
Kind of a
no
lacquer
real
type
color.
thing.
Yeah, like a lacquer.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, that's going to be the bottom side that you'll see from down below, and then the top I made really smooth, so that way he doesn't have any. If he puts something up there, it doesn't get stuck on it,
Yeah,
and
very
it'll just be a live edge shelf.
live edge.
I love,
Oh,
yeah,
dude,
and it'll
you
be two parts.
so I have a live edge slab tree that I piece of a tree. It's live edge on both sides, and it's
Uh
like it was
huh.
cut out of a big tall tree, and I actually cut it and use it as a reef tank stand.
Uh huh.
And so it's like 6 foot long with 2 3 foot legs on each side, and I did waterfall edges, you know.
Yep.
And boy, was that a project. But yeah, I love live edge stuff, and yeah, that's very cool. I like it.
OC says he'll bend one of those uh, tetradacum coins,
Yeah, I
but
think he's wanting to get one from me if he can. He's wondering
yeah,
about it, how much they cost and how to go about getting a
I
hold of it. He says, okay, so how do I go about
never
getting one of those?
I've never sold anything before, so besides rings and
Well,
um,
well, well. Wait, I'll talk with you then off when we'll settle up with mine, and
yeah,
unless you want to throw out a number and he can contact you later through. Do you have each other's contact? Do you guys know?
yeah, I know how to get a hold of him.
Okay,
I'll definitely be doing that, and I'll make one available for you. Uh,
cool. Yeah,
I haven't
OC's
figured
great.
out a price yet, but I will. Uh, I'll make sure and get one out. I'll get one done for you this weekend, OC.
Very cool. Uh, yeah, awesome. Well, cool, man. Should we wrap this one up?
Sure. Yeah, it's been almost 2 hours. It's been 2 hours.
Yeah,
Man.
that flew by. That was awesome. It was a good
Yeah.
time, and man, what an experience! I'm just so lit up about it still. Um, just plumb peachy happy with everything. For one thing, when like me getting an email from Aaron Burke saying, you know, are you in, like getting an email on ancient coins from Aaron Burke wondering if I'm interested in that? Like that's a highlight. There's no way I could have said no. It's like,
Yeah.
yes. So yeah, just you know, I was already lit up about getting my coin from Aaron, and that he would reach out, was thinking of me, and so that had me going, and then this, you pouring that very coin and having your own and getting to talk to you about it, and then man, and the rest of the stuff that you don't know, is just a great experience for me on timing and enjoyment and
Cool.
appreciating the other channels out there. So
Yep. OC Stacker says, you have my number and he's given you the okay to give it to me in the chat there.
how
Cool.
do you keep the rings from wearing? But how do you keep the rings from wearing, by the way, Silver Boy's asking.
I put them on my finger.
Yeah.
Wait, I think okay, you're still there. One of my earbuds just died. Um, they harden during the process of making the ring, because you're folding it and pressing it in the dies, and so that kind of hardens them a little bit. But if you're a construction worker like me and you wear a glove and you're wearing these things inside of a glove, it does wear them down. I started with a very um, a very low detailed coin whenever I made this one. It was not um, it wasn't like this one here that has, pretty high relief. This is dirty, but it has really good details, like in the dentals and stuff. And in the wings, it has all the details still.
Cool.
So if you get a good coin with good details, it makes a much nicer ring than if you just have like some. Oh, I just lost all my. Can you still hear
Okay.
me?
I can still hear you, but it did change, so it's like you're not
Yeah,
as loud now.
that's
But
just going through my phone now. My earbuds quit.
okay.
So,
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah. We'll just have to, get you back on, and we'll go over more stuff later. Um yeah, so I'll get with you, maybe email me right when we get off here or something, and I'll get you some money. Or actually, you just hang with me. I'm going to shut it down
yep.
here and we'll have a quick chat, and we'll wrap it up.
All right. Sounds good.
Cool. Yeah, guy, thanks in the chat, everybody, for hanging out. Greatly appreciated. OC Stacker, greatly appreciate you. Silverboy Blues, uh, appreciate you as well. Appreciate all of the subscribers. And 3D, thank you so much for making my new year. This was awesome. Blew my mind. So greatly appreciate it. And we will catch you all on the night. I'll be back tomorrow night for a spin and bend. And then I have some more stuff coming up here. So stay tuned, and we will catch you all on the next one. Thanks, guys.